moving right along. We're hitting, we need to take a picture of that, don't we? Are we going to need that? Do we still want that? We do. This should be live. It's going to be live. We'll redo it. We'll do it live. We'll do it O'Reilly style. We'll do it live.
We will leave you with I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Anyway, World War I on this day in history. World War I, 1918, World War I. I've said it 3 times. It's ending or ended today. At 5 a.m. on this day in 1918, the Allied powers and Germany signed an armistice document in the railway carriage of Ferdinand Foch, the commander of the Allied armies. And 6 hours later, World War I came to an end. Today your birthday? Happy birthday to people born on 11/11. Oh, somebody sent me something yesterday about 11/11. I need to revisit that. 1974, if you were born today, you share this birthday with these people. American actor and producer Leonardo DiCaprio, 1974. American novelist, 1922, Kurt Vonnegut. And American crime boss, Lucky Luciano. I shouldn't have said it like that. 1896. United States General George Patton was born in 1885. And Russian author, 1821, Fyodor Dostoevsky. This is interesting. I'm learning even when I'm not trying to learn. I thought the guy's name was Theodore Dostoevsky. See, it's Fyodor, Fyodor Dostoevsky. I just learned something. 2004, Yasser Arafat, who was president 1996 to 2004 of the Palestinian Authority, chairman of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, which is the PLO, and leader of Fatah, the largest of the constituent PLO groups, died in Paris on this day in 2004. 1992, the Church of England voted to ordain women as priests. The first ordination took place 2 years later. 1975, Angola declared independence after the Portuguese withdrew. 1966, Gemini 12, the last spacecraft in the Gemini series and the first to make an automatically controlled re-entry into Earth's atmosphere, was launched. What else happened? We already talked about Armistice Day. 1889, Washington was admitted to the Union as the 42nd U.S. state today. What else happened? Wow, we're getting into the 1800s and stuff I don't really know about. And if I do know about it, I don't want to talk about it. Like Nat Turner being hung after leading a slave rebellion that resulted in the deaths of some 60 white people. In addition, many innocent enslaved people were massacred in the accompanying hysteria in 1831. I don't want to talk about that stuff. Why would I want to talk about that? Anyway, moving right along to The Onion. Where are we even in frame? I don't even know what's going on, where my stuff is. There it is. Or there it is. It's right there. The Onion, America's finest news source. If you don't know, now you know. So don't write the show because you didn't know what The Onion was all about. Somebody's a little too strong coffee is finally kicking in. We got to get this show on the road so we can get this show into the gym. All right, who's going to bless us with some onionistic stuff to talk about today? Why is Elon Musk always the headline on this store, on this website? Things that will get you permanently banned from Elon Musk's Twitter. Can't it just be Twitter? We know he owns it, but can't it just be Twitter? With a recent increase in the number of accounts suspended from the social media site, The Onion examines all the things that will get you permanently banned from Twitter. Users have gone more than 1 year without tweeting the N-word will have their... Wait a minute. I got to make sure I read everything right. Users who have gone more than 1 year without tweeting the N-word will have their accounts deleted. We had a slight touch on this on the Beatdown podcast about saying the N-word, making me say those words in my head. Just say them. Not saying them to someone or at someone. It's a word. And the commentary starts. Hateful language will not be tolerated. So, using slurs like adult virgin who owns electric car company. Can't say that. Getting more likes than him. Nobody upstages Twitter's new big boy, the Musk. Okay. We need to back up because I'm not starting this right. So it's not the using, not tweeting the N-word. It's inactivity, right? Inactivity. So that means users who have gone more than a year without using the N-word will have their accounts deleted. So you stay active, racist people. And using slurs like adult virgin who owns electric car company. Hateful language like that will not be tolerated. Getting more likes than Elon. DMing Grimes. Don't even think about it. You're not allowed to DM Grimes. Stealing memes from your followers without attribution. Oh, wait. This one was put here by mistake. Forget we mentioned it. All right. Bringing up the past. You're not allowed to do that. Twitter is now only for the present and the future and should not be threatened or contradicted by things from before. Changing your Twitter display name to Mark. Don't do that. And refusing to carry Elon Musk's baby. Okay, we get what's going on here. We're on The Onion, right? It's The Onion. Clueless commuters walk past world-famous subway masturbator without realizing. New York, where else? Ignoring what they apparently dismissed as just an ordinary, unassuming man with his pants around his ankles, dozens of clueless Manhattan commuters walked past the world-famous subway masturbator, James Bosley, without even realizing he was there. You gotta love New York, man. It's amazing anyone could pass by this titan of public. I'm not reading this. I'm not doing it. This music is horrible. It's horrible. No, we're not listening to that. It's driving me down this alien tunnel. Right. So we're not going to do any more for The Onion. Thanks to The Onion. Get that out of here. We're on to weird news with the mirror.co.uk. Get your poppies out, get your poppies on. Some people are saying no more poppies because it supports war. Everyone is just wanting to be outraged. It's like outrage Olympics in this piece. B. Right. What kind of news stories do we have? Man, 86 wants to rent your garden to strip naked as his is surrounded by houses. I love it when the weird news starts off weird and they just don't even wait to take us down that crazy hole of chaos. We don't need that. Let's see what we got. A pensioner is asking to hire out people's gardens where he can spend time frolicking around naked. Why don't you just move? The 86-year-old naturist, Stuart Haywood. Mind you, these are real stories, you guys. We're not on The Onion anymore. These are Onion-esque stories that are actually true. Stuart is hoping to continue his hobby by stripping naked, which he began in 2008, in others' secluded back gardens. That's your backyard, America. Recalling the first time he bared all, the retired accountant and greengrocer explained that he was attending a life drawing session. Come on, who cares? He's like, yeah, I can do that. I want to take my clothes off. He admits that before he began going nude, the only person who had seen him naked in over 50 years was his wife, Rana. And she was like, bruh, go outside with all that. And then his neighbors were like, bruh, go inside with all that. So now he needs to come to your backyard because his wife doesn't want him naked in the house and his neighbors don't want him naked in the backyard. Ever since his first stint with naturism 14 years ago, Stuart and Rona have been visiting Lakeside Farm Naturist Holidays near Skegness for 2 weeks every year. Oh, so his wife is getting naked too? All right. Well, I don't know. Move. You don't have to rent anything. Anyway, it's not against the law to be naked in public. British naturism said, there is no law against being naked in public, and so stripping off and enjoying the sun on your skin in your own garden cannot lead to arrest, nor can your neighbors make you cover up. I like that. There's a guy that lives at the end of my driveway. His house is right on the high street or the main street, whatever you want to call it, America. He's got musical instruments in his window, like the saxophone and the guitar. He's got all that in the window. I think he does like repair, maybe. I don't know, because I don't want to look in the window. Because the last time I looked in this man's window, he had on a white robe. Mind you, he's like 70, and if he's a day. He had on a long white robe. That's all he had on. He didn't even have the waist, the belt, the rope that ties it. Nah, he was just out there just slanging. 70 years old in the window, looking right at you. This guy has a camera set up facing out so he can watch people looking. He's a creeper. So yeah, you don't need to rent a new backyard, bro. You can come hang out with this freakazoid next door. He comes outside like that to get the mail. Mind you, there are little kids walking around because there's a private school right behind my house. And you see all these little teenagers walking around in their little uniforms. And he's just out there. That's crazy. Woman who gave birth to own granddaughter. We're not reading that. Drivers could be slapped with massive 801 pound fine for simply clearing frost from their car. Right. So this is something I have to click on because we are rapidly approaching the I've got frost on my windows time of the year, and we need to sort this out. Drivers could be slapped with a massive fine. As we approach the cold winter mornings, our car windows often take a hit of the plummeting temperatures and grueling rituals that often see motorists venturing into the cold, cracking on the heating, cracking, we would say cranking in America, and waiting in the comfort of their home for the screens to de-ice. However, this common habit could leave you with a hefty fine. Okay, so the picture's a bit misleading. They show someone scraping the ice off. So drivers are being cautioned that they could be slapped with an 800-pound fine for simply defrosting their car in the upcoming months, the Express reports. According to Rule 123 of the Highway Code, drivers must be prevented from causing environmental damage. Bruh, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. It states that drivers must not leave a parked vehicle unattended with the engine running or leave the vehicle engine running unnecessarily while that vehicle is stationary on a public road. This is my driveway. That's a private road. One, it's not public. First off. Secondarily, public road would indicate the highway, right? So if I'm in a traffic jam and my car is just running because I'm stuck, this is how stupid that is. Some local authorities charge a 20-pound fixed penalty notice for emission offenses and stationary idling. I wondered about this because I was thinking last year, I was like, ooh, you know what would be good in my car? A remote starter. Push that button, get outside, the car's all nice and toasty like a warm peanut inside of an M&M that you've been roasting on a microwave or something. So, yeah. It's illegal here to have a remote starter, especially to my people in Michigan. You just are cringing right now from the thought of having to actually go outside into that cold car. I feel you. Anyway, moving on. Bra expert shares how often you should replace them. I don't wear bras, and if you do, you can find that story at themirror.co.uk. Striking things you didn't know about Diet Coke. Acne link, floating, fail, and acidity. Okay. My name is going extinct, and I'm relieved. No one ever spells it correctly. Do we care? I'm not going to click it. Do you care? It's there. If you want to go, you can find it. Joining OnlyFans made me a fortune, but it has ruined my dating life. Well, go figure. Who would have thunk it? Andy Westwood? My sister wants to steal my 1,000-pound wedding dress. She's jealous that I chose it first. Woman caught at airport security with boyfriend's ashes concealed in a sex toy. The bait has been clicked. I can't go on this site and not click on the really good weird news. And this tops it. A woman was caught at airport wasn't she caught by airport security? A woman was caught by airport security with her boyfriend's ashes concealed in a sex toy. Sarah Button told her unusual experience on TikTok, where the video has racked up 4.9 million views, leaving users stunned. I don't even know what to do with this world we're in, where that can get 4.9 million views. The sex toy was a butt plug from the 23-year-old's late boyfriend, which the law student claims to have worn while going through security. Oh. All right, rewind. The sex toy was a butt plug from the 23-year-old's late boyfriend, which the law student claims to have worn while going through security in the United Arab Emirates, allegedly causing issues with staff. Staff are like, we have an issue. It appears as though you've got a butt plug in, and we have an issue with that. Sarah from Australia said, quote, I explained what it was, but there was a lady worker in earshot of that conversation, which led to some back and forth between us, and the male officials did not like the vulgarity I was using to explain. I get that. Quote, they took me and my friend aside without much explanation. You've got a butt plug in your butt right now and you're going through airport security. That's a little abnormal. We're going to need you to step aside over here to this side. They don't need to explain more than that. You're the one that needs to do some splaining, Lucy. She claimed airport security then took the group's passports and phones, and she was forced to call her dad to ring the Australian embassy for help. Wow. Sarah said an hour later, a big official came and had us sign a super long foreign document and said if we went outside of the airport doors, we'd go to jail. It was a long day. Moral of the story is I was very ignorant of what I had in my bag and the words I used their values, and I didn't realize explaining a plug would violate the person that asked about it. The intention was initially a joke because he'd spent so much time in there and it was his favorite place. I can't believe I'm reading this. Jesus. Her boyfriend had bought her the item as a joke gift before he died. She said, we lost touch for a little while, and during that time he passed, and unbeknownst to me, he knew he was passing and had it in a box, and I received it at his funeral. Honestly, it's the funniest thing he's ever done. I'll spend my whole life laughing about it, which really beats crying. Good for her in that regard. I also like that I can take him with me to places we only ever dreamed of going. This girl has put her business all out there. I'm kind of trying to understand this. So was she not wearing the butt plug, or took her aside, explain, okay, the sex toy was blah, 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 blah. I explained. I don't understand. I think she just had it in her bag, but they're making it out like she was walking through ashes concealed in a sex toy. I'm confused. Go find that story on themirror.co.uk. My brain and my coffee is not strong enough to understand this. Woman disgusted as airplane passenger throws up over her on 13-hour flight. Yeah, I'd be disgusted. That's not weird news, but it's not nice news. Wow. Woman planning her own funeral with cheapest coffin said she'd go in a bin liner. Good for her. I don't even have to open that, and I feel the same way. Don't spend a bunch of money on bury me in my car. That's what I want. You're listening to this? Anybody is still alive and I'm dying? Put me in my BMW. You got 3 of them to choose from. Put me in that 5 Series. Put me in that big, spacious 5 Series. I don't need a convertible when I'm underground. I don't know. I feed my dog fry-ups with a fork at the table. It's like having a baby. You're an idiot. Don't feed your dog fried food. Don't feed your dog at the table. You're doing all kinds of things wrong. I banned my fiancé from our first kiss until our wedding day. It was worth it. No. People of Earth, don't listen to this guy or girl, whoever said it, to do it. I'm all for banning things until, I mean, I'm even down with, even as of late, because I'm trying to like do some different things with my life. I was thinking it would be different if you met somebody online and you know how you normally like you chat and then you exchange phone numbers and then you go have a coffee or lunch or whatever. Maybe don't exchange numbers first. Maybe chat and then say, hey, let's meet at the Waka Flocka Flame for coffee. You go to Waka Flocka and have some coffee. You get on. Hey, do you want to exchange numbers? Then you exchange numbers. Because I can't tell you how many times I've had to, I got to delete this number. Because after the date, they're like, I had a lovely time. We should get together. And I'm like, or they're going, oh my God. So it saves both parties that potential moment, right? Don't give the numbers out. Woman credits tequila as key to happy life as she celebrates her 101st birthday. Kick ass. I love it. McDonald's fans stunned after figuring out why McFlurry spoons are hollow. Okay. Britain's farmers think energy crisis can be solved by powering homes with manure. He's probably right. But that would make energy companies less wealthy and make farmers more wealthy, and nobody wants that. iPhone has hidden keyboard that lets you type faster. How to activate it. There's something you might want to go check out. It's not weird news. I'm not going to tell you about it, so I'm interested in that. Gordon Ramsay charging £400 a head for New Year's Eve dinner and drinks. Oh, wait, and drinks cost extra. I would pay 400. I'd pay 200 for a person to go out for dinner is okay. I'd pay 400 for a couple. I wouldn't pay 400 for one. Unless Gordon Ramsay was cooking it. Gordon Ramsay brought the food out. He explained exactly what was in it, how it was made, while we ate, and it'll be coursed out anyway, but I need a lot for that 4 big ones. It doesn't even matter if I have it or not. Christmas fans flock to Home Bargains for giant light-up gonks as kids are obsessed. Gonks? I don't know, America. They look like Santa Clauses, but they call it a gonk. I don't know what it means. Man permanently banned from Royal Opera House after booing and heckling a child actor. What a jerk. What a jerk. I have the world's biggest lips. Jay-Z. Doctors tell me I could die, but I won't stop. Oh, Lord, they're fake. Here we go. All right. Oh. Girl. Andrea Ivanova is determined to break some records despite her doctor's warnings. Sorry, people of Earth, as in traditional format, when anybody contacts me during the podcast, if I don't turn my phone off like I'm supposed to, I have to respond to that person with a video. Fortunately, this person didn't call me, so I don't have to answer the phone. We're podcasting. I'll get back to you. I have the world's biggest lips. Doctors tell me I could die, but I won't stop. I don't care. I'll die to have the biggest lips on the earth, to break the world record, way bigger than Jay-Z's, and look absolutely ridiculous. But that's her face and her body. I always support it. Do whatever you want to do, because it's your life. Is anyone being harmed by this? She might be harming herself, but I'm going to do things to myself today that's probably going to be on the same category. Speaking of which, come work out. Can't believe it's already this hour. A woman who says she has the world's biggest lips is striving to break a new record. Those aren't lips. You've got lips with the most collagen in it is what it should be. Despite her doctor warning of any more cosmetic work could be fatal. Andrea Ivanova, 25, has undergone 32 procedures on her pout, which has cost a whopping 8,000 pounds in her bid to look like a Bratz doll. There's the title of this podcast. I want to be a Bratz doll. The Instagram influencer celebrated her 25th birthday last month by adding some jaw and chin filler. Quote, I love my lips and I want that new record, Andrea from Sofia, Bulgaria said. Quote, it was my birthday last month and I celebrated with jaw filler. Wow, look at her. How does she... Can we get a video of her? Can we get a video? Because she can't possibly talk like that. She looks like she got stung in the face by a bunch of bees. While I'm doing this, of course, I will keep up my new lips. To achieve her new goal, Andrea says she gets hyaluronic acid injections every 2 weeks. Isn't that the stuff that Eva Mendes or Eva Longoria is always promoting on those commercials? Hyaluronic acid. Wow. And it doesn't stop there, as she will also be keeping up her huge lips with monthly injections as well. This sounds like it's getting to be very expensive, young lady. That is some weird news for me. Despite the risks and the complications that come with having huge lips, such as eating meals, she insists she can't get enough of the jabs. My doctor said he thinks I'm... Okay, I get it. She's Bulgarian, so this quote isn't going to be right. My doctor says he thinks I'm overdoing it again with fillers in my chin, but he said this about my lips. I'm determined to more because I think I need to elongate and sharpen my chin. I want this record so bad, I'm willing to fight for it. Are her boobs real? Because that picture is ridiculous. YouTube is going to take this down just because of this. No, it says she's also had her boobs done. Sorry, people listening. You have to go to the YouTube channel if you want to see this. Just search. You can search handles now. Search V3TV UK, and that should take you right to the show. I'm not going to read any more of that. God bless her. She can do whatever she wants. It's her face, her body. It's up to her. I got a tattoo of my own name. People call it weird, but it has sentimental meaning. Yeah, it's you. Time traveler from year 3000 predicted Elon Musk's Twitter takeover and next move. You're going to predict it. How are you going to predict something that's already happened if you're from the future, you idiot? Mom can't get cheese grater to work and leaves people howling at too funny blunder. I don't need to howl. I'm not a wolf. Fugitive mom on the run from Interpol says she makes $100,000 a month from OnlyFans. All right, we're moving on. If I see one more time travel nonsense video clip, I think we should just leave it with the girl with the lips. I mean, they're just huge. Because all the rest of this is not happening. Gamers who perish in new virtual reality experience die in real life. I read this, or at least I saw some weird headset. I thought it was a joke. So we're going to click this and then we're done. Oculus creator Palmer Luckey has made a virtual reality experience in which players who perish inside the game are killed in real life by 3 explosive charges aimed at the brain. Is this real? I saw this thing. I thought it was a joke. You can die playing a game. All right. A game designer has created a new virtual reality experience in which players who perish in the game also die in real life. The device, known as Nerve Gear, sees players trapped inside a castle with a mad scientist which can only be escaped through completion. However, when players die in the game, 3 explosive charges installed near the monitor fire and obliterate their brain, killing them in real life instantly. Wow. The game was created by Palmer Luckey, who created the Oculus device, which was sold to Facebook for £2 billion. God dang. It's not currently available in the market. However, the creator believes it is just a matter of time. Pumped up graphics might make a game look more real, but only the threat of serious consequences can make a game feel real to you than every other person in the game. What kind of a person? I know what kind of a person, but why? I don't know. Get that out of here. We're on the MSN. Let's get some real news. I hear they're doing a John Wick 4. For all you John Wickers, I only saw one. This is too much. Former model pleads guilty in murder case. We try to leave you with some real news. Actually, we don't ever try to leave you with real news. That's a lie. Anybody listening to this before this episode knows that that's nonsense, but I'm just clicking to see if there's anything interesting here. Florida homes topple into Atlantic Ocean after Nicole's heavy punch. Police mistake a legally blind man's cane for a gun. Arrest him after he won't cooperate. Oh, Jesus. Come on. You got to be kidding me. This is news you probably won't remember next week, and it's a shame that you won't. How could you mistake that as a gun? It's clearly a cane. It's folded up. It's white. Now, we see people carrying guns all the time. Now, if he pulled that out, I'm watching the video, the guy has pulled it out. I have to watch this whole thing because it's escalated. I mean, and this guy is a clear patriot-looking kind of guy, if you know what I mean. He looks like he probably should be carrying a gun. I do have my ideas. Harrison will be demoted immediately, suspended without pay. This guy is, I don't know. Disturbing video has emerged of a fight of a New York City subway car. People are crazy. As long as there's no multi-race stuff going. No, that is a black guy and a white guy fighting for some reason. A man who appears to be in the uniform of water delivery company Ready Refresh. Oh, that's horrible. So he's lost his job. I don't know why they're fighting. I don't even know why I'm telling you. This is all on MSN.com. If you're in the UK, you have to type US instead of where it says UK in the top. Otherwise, it will not take you to this page. It will send you to the UK version. Anyway, that's interesting. I might take a look at those. Let's get to the Bing quiz. Let's do a poll question and a quiz question, and then get you out of here because I need to hit the jizz. Should the government invest in green energy? I saw where Al Gore this morning was talking about needing that they should pay reparations to other countries for pollution. I'm still waiting on my check for my ancestors not being allowed to learn how to freaking read. And you want to give some money, you giving money away, and we're in the middle of anyway, the answer is no. 100% of people said no. I might be the only person that's answered the question, actually, because it says 0% say yes, 0% say not sure, 100% say no. Should the government invest in green energy? Oh, that was the wrong answer, actually. Yes, you should. You should invest in green energy, but you shouldn't make me capitulate to your green energy push. That's what I was thinking. Bing quiz. The National Park Service has asked the public to stop doing what to Sonoran desert toads? I read this on Monday's show. I'm sorry you didn't get Monday's show because Riverside website, where we now record.fm, the Who News podcast, has settings for the microphone and the speaker. Not having those settings at the same place destroyed the show, apparently. I'm hoping that this one is not going to suffer the same fate. I did not do a backup recording. My bad. So what has the National Park Service asked you to stop doing to the Sonoran desert toad? Feeding them, licking them, or eating them? I already know the answer because I have been following the news. And if I had been able to get you the show out on Monday, you would know the answer too. And of course, I'm the only person awake, apparently, that's on MSN right now because this is the American version. It's still kind of early there. 100% of them say licking them. Why, you may ask? Because it gives you a psychedelic experience. Why would they even be posting that? Now, how many more people do you think are going to these national parks trying to find these toads to get their licky on? I even read that you could smoke them and get high and weird as well. That's what's going on in your world today, people. We will see you on Monday, where we will definitely do a backup recording, because if this one didn't record and I have to record this again, I'm not going to be too happy about that. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're watching, I love you. If you're listening, I love you too. But you can watch as well on YouTube. Search the handle V3TV UK, just like this fake license plate. Bickety bam. Search that handle on YouTube. That's also the Instagram page that I never use because I don't care. I'm not good at social media. I'm better at social media than I am at English accents, though. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace. Who knows?